And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Daphne.
Hello,
Can
you're
you see
looking
me?
so beautiful.
The devil is a liar. The devil tried to stop this broadcast. We've been struggling for over about 45 minutes, Daphne. Um, thank God we are back. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is everything okay?
I can I can hear you, but your picture is disappeared again.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Mhm.
Anyways, the good thing is that you can hear me right now. So,
The good thing
yes,
is now I can hear you. Yeah.
great. So we started with this song from Brenda Fassie, and that was a choice of yours. You chose that artist. You didn't choose that song, but you chose that artist, and I choose the song Vuli Zela because that's a song that we knew. A lot of us knew her for. That was like one of her most popular songs. So, welcome to the house. How are you today?
Thank you so much. I appreciate. I'm doing great. How are you doing, Gwen?
I'm doing great. You look amazing. Thank you for
Thank
accepting to
you.
be our guests. Yes, this is home. So, guys, pump hearts for our guest, our sister from South Africa. She's right here and she's going to be sharing her story with us. She is an entrepreneur. I've said all those beautiful things, but I'm going to let her introduce herself to you all. That way you get to know her. So, Daphne, would you like to tell us a little bit about you?
Oh, thank you so much for the warm welcome.
You're
I'm
welcome.
Daphne, and I'm South African. I'm a mother. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an author, and
Yes.
my book has been translated into 6 languages.
Wow.
And yes, and I'm a public speaker. I'm
Ooh,
a motivational speaker, and I'm a coach. So I help other people to learn how to speak with an impact, because I believe that your voice, it's not just meant for you to keep it,
mhm.
but your voice, it's meant for the community that God has assigned you to speak to.
That is amazing. Wow, that was so powerful. And so we met in an organization for women entrepreneurs. And I'm
Yes.
an entrepreneur as well. I'm a mediapreneur and all that. We connected because we had almost a similar parcours. We do almost the same thing in the community. We aim to
Yes.
inspire, empower, elevate, and motivate. And that's how I came to meet this amazing lady whose work has been featured in the Oprah magazine. So we're not just talking to anybody today, we're talking to the A list of entrepreneurs in South Africa. So tell us about this event that you are working on currently that's going to be starting in a couple of weeks.
Yes, from the 17th of May, that's a Monday, 12 noon Eastern, and every week for 6 weeks, we will be, helping those who are speakers and coaches know, the various ways in which you project yourself, in which you present yourself in order
Mhm.
to make an impact. Because we know that some people know that, they have a voice, but they just don't know how to start. And sometimes people are waiting for somebody to give them permission. And sometimes some people are just not understanding that as much as you have unique fingerprints, you also
Yes.
have a unique voice,
Yes.
and you have a community that is assigned to you. You are
Yeah.
responsible for your community, and you need to run on your lane. You need to step into your purpose by doing
Mhm.
what God has assigned you to do. So I
Yes.
believe that um, nobody should be waiting on someone else to give you permission. You give yourself permission, because you see, Gwen, the more you postpone on your purpose, is the more that community is suffering.
That's true. Wow, that was such a powerful word. That was powerful. I am big. I am big on giving. And I always say this to everybody: for you to be a success in anything that you do on this
Yes.
earth, you must first be a leader. And a
Yeah.
leader is a servant, meaning that you do
Yes.
for others much more without expecting anything in return, because that is your God given purpose. And so that's what you're trying to say. Because the more you keep it
Absolutely.
into yourself, somebody out there who could have been changed by your message is suffering. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
and I always say that as much as we have unique fingerprints, we all
Mm-hmm.
have unique assignments.
Mm-hmm.
So my assignment is for me, and God made me the way He made me, and saw me through the different things I went through, some good,
Yeah.
some bad, and so
Yeah.
on, as He was busy, packaging me so that I can
Wow.
be of good purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so powerful. That is really so powerful. Now, I want to understand, amongst a lot of people, a lot of women, a lot of just ordinary people, they prefer to have a job security, knowing that they go to work somewhere, they have a stable income. And or what was it that took you apart from the comfort of just working for somebody to creating and starting your own business?
And you see, when you have a passion for entrepreneurship,
Yes.
you will just not be comfortable, doing your 8 to 5 job.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually advise people that the best thing is to start somewhere
Yes.
while you're doing your 8 to 5, and let the side hustle grow, so that by the
Mm-hmm.
time you transition full time into that, it has grown and you are able to still have an income.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that some people are even afraid to leave their 8 to 5 because they think that they will suffer. But you see, the passion will make you so uncomfortable.
Going out there on your own to start. Yeah.
Yeah, the passion in you will make you so uncomfortable. You'll find yourself, doing the things that other people don't want to do, because you're going to end up doing things that other people cannot do. This is
That is
about
so.
saying, what is it that I need to do in order for me to see myself where I envision myself to be?
Mhm. Wow.
Yes.
Wow, wow, wow. That is so, so, so powerful. And so you have been impacting women and people's lives in South Africa for so many years. You've helped people move from point A to point B, start businesses that are flourishing today. What are some of the things that you teach these women, these entrepreneurs that you are impacting? What are some of the key things that you tell them about starting a business, about how to run a business, about how to make money from what you love to do?
Yes, absolutely. That's a good question. In my book, Climbing the Ladder of Success, I
Ooh.
discuss, various principles that help people that are in business to grow their businesses and to achieve great things.
Mm-hmm.
The women in South Africa that I've been able to impact, I remember the one lady, she used not even to have airtime. She used not to have, just basic things. And she had a passion for business. And through our intervention, she was able to get international, business doors open for her. And she was able to see herself going to other African nations and actually, giving them a service that would pay her in hundreds of thousands of dollars per year.
Mm-hmm.
And today, as I speak, I mean, she is international in terms of her services, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of her travel, in her business.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still many more that I can talk about that have been very successful. But
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that we teach entrepreneurs is that you become who you are on the inside. So self mastery skills is very, very important. You do not become what you want to be, you do not become what other people are, but you become who you are on the inside. So, the Bible says, as a man thinks, so is he. So the more you think positively about yourself and the more you guard your attitude, is the more you'll go places in your life,
Mm-hmm.
in your business, because it's about, I believe that it's very important to actually understand that you've got to be willing to do the things that ordinary people do not do in order for you to go and be extraordinary. You've got to sometimes tell yourself that I've got to die to self, meaning that
Yeah.
I've got to sacrifice some of the things that are comfortable, some of the things that people normally do, in order for me to be at a level that I'm envisioning to be.
That is amazing. Now, as a business person, I would imagine that it did not just take off for you so easily, because a lot of times you fail, you make mistakes, and then you learn and then you grow. What were some of the difficulties that you faced as a business person that helped you develop the strategies that you're now teaching other women and other business people not to make, so that they can
Yes.
achieve maximum success?
Yes, absolutely. I usually tell people that, I have learned how to fail forward because I've I've started so many businesses. I cannot even count, Gwen, how many
Wow.
businesses I've started that didn't work out.
Hmm.
And each time what I would do is I would look at what is it that didn't work and what is it that I did very well. Sometimes it's because of wrong, business partnerships that affected the operation of the business. Other times it's because of going into a business that looked flourishing, but it wasn't meant for me,
There you
and
go.
and so
Yeah.
on and so on. So I I have tried so many things, but I've realized that because of the passion for entrepreneurship, I
Mhm.
keep going and I
There you
keep growing and I keep going into unfamiliar territories
Mhm.
and I just learn.
Mhm.
I keep on learning. I have an attitude of I can do all things. Whatever I want to do, I can do it.
Yes,
And
I love
I'm
that.
able to learn. So that keeps me going and that helps me to grow and to go into unfamiliar territories and still do that.
Yes. I just love everything that you have said. And everything always comes from a place of passion. I was listening to some guy who was on Steve Harvey's show this morning, and the guy said something that struck my heart. He said,
Yes.
he was a lawyer. He was a lawyer and he gave up his law job, which was very secured and everything, to become a fitness coach. You know how sometimes you see somebody doing a job and you just underlook them immediately? You're like, oh, he's just a fitness coach. This guy is a lawyer, but this was not his passion. He wasn't fulfilling his dream by being a lawyer. And he told himself, I know I have something so much more. I'm always telling people how to look great. I'm always telling people what to eat, how to eat right and stuff, balancing portions. And I'm always leading people. I feel that I'm called to lead people to live their best life while looking healthy. And so someday he just ditched the job and he got into his dream, his passion. He made his
Yes.
passion his purpose. And ever since, he has spoken in world stages, on world platforms. He has been speaking, I mean, at all kinds of events that you would imagine. And this just goes to say that once you're able to really find that thing that was deeply rooted inside of you, your superpower, your passion,
Mhm.
you become unstoppable. You become
Absolutely.
unstoppable. Yeah.
Absolutely. A lot of people, they know their passion and they know what they're supposed to do,
Mhm.
but they are waiting for certain things to be just right, to be perfect.
Perfect.
And
Perfection.
yes,
Killer
and
of
and
time.
God
Procrastination.
is saying, yeah, and God is saying, no, I want you to go ahead, I will be with you. All you need to do is to jump. And
Yes.
you find that people are waiting and not jumping and stepping onto the water because they are wondering, how deep is it? And will I not fall? Will I
They
not
don't even
hurt
want to
myself?
try.
and
Yeah.
and sometimes they are thinking, the last time I tried, it didn't work. The
Mhm.
last time I tried, people, were looking at me as a failure, not
Yes.
understanding that that's the path that you have to go through, but
Yes.
you've got to have this strong desire
Yes.
that pushes you to go ahead and do the things, even though you're not 100% sure how it will work out. But you
Yes.
just keep doing it because of the faith that it just has to work.
Yes.
There's no plan B. And
Yes.
I believe that we should stop putting things and people in a box. I believe that there is actually no box. Let's just get rid of the box
Mhm.
and and do whatever we need to do, and we will see ourselves growing. We will see our businesses growing.
That is so amazing. Daphne she's a published author from South Africa. Yay, South Africa in the building. And I want to say hello to all those who are watching, who are tuning in right now. Go rate the show. Thank you so much for your positive comments and for your support. Eric Berka, I see all of you. I'll come back to your comments later on. So, Daphne, tell us about
Yes.
this feature in Oprah magazine. Girl, you are no ordinary entrepreneur. You were featured in Oprah magazine, South Africa. Tell us about that experience. What got you into that magazine? And just go with that one first. What got you into that magazine?
Yeah, what happened was that I was doing a program under the Ministry of Trade and Industry right here in South Africa. And
Mhm.
I came up with a project where we were assisting young girls, we call them techno-girls, to go into the
Yes.
fields of science, engineering, and technology. And we focused on those
Yay.
young girls from the different provinces. We picked up the ones that were doing very well in school, but at the same time, they had, serious challenges in terms of not having, financial, very good financial support from their
Yeah.
families.
Hmm.
So that I don't know how it reached Oprah Winfrey's office,
Whoa.
but I just got a call, and
Yes.
they asked me if they could come through to interview me, etc.
Woo.
And that's what they did.
Yes. Yes, yes. And I just want to use your story, to let everybody who is watching right now, who will watch later on, who has been working, maybe not seeing enough results, maybe thinking, oh, I'm failing, or maybe it's not exactly how I wanted. Oh, I don't have all those millions of followers behind me. Oh, people are not commenting on my posts, or this and that. Keep going. Keep going. Just keep going
Yes.
and keep growing. And someday, the right person will fall on your post. The right person will follow your business. The right person will get to know you, and you will be able to break that bond and just flourish and do what you never thought that you could do. So, how did you feel when you got that call from Oprah Winfrey's office? I've been there impacting young girls, getting them encouraged to get involved into tech and helping them, raise funds for them to go to school and manage their school careers and their education and all whatnot. How did you feel when you got that call from Oprah? This is one of the most influential women in the world. You got a call from her office. They wanted to come over and interview you. How did you feel about that?
You know, it's so amazing that now that you ask, I immediately go back to when I was growing up and at high school, and
Yes.
also going towards my first year, second year at varsity. That my dad went into business. He was a teacher, and he retired early and went into full-time business. And
Wow.
I remember that he taught me entrepreneurship.
Wow.
And one of the things, now that you're asking me, how did I feel? One of the things that he always said was that I could do whatever I wanted to do. And my dad was somebody who had an influence in the community.
Wow.
And people used to travel long distance to ask him for wisdom. Whenever
Wow.
there was problem, say in the home, or problem in business, or in somebody's career, not knowing what to do, they would
Yes.
go. They would go to my dad, and he would advise them. And I remember that one of the things that has really kept me moving from, one level to another, even in business and in my career, was that he believed in me
Yes.
and my siblings, of course, but we all knew that he believes in us. He believes in our ability to
You had a
achieve
strong
great
support
things.
system. Yes.
Yes. So when I got the call, the first thing would be, because my dad has always said I can do anything.
Yes.
And I remember that whenever I achieved something great, I would always, drive. It's a long distance where my dad used to stay, because now they've passed on. So I would drive all the way from Johannesburg to Polokwane to my parents' home, and
Oh,
tell my dad that now, I've got this job, or now I'm doing this kind of a business. And he would always believe that I can do it, I can achieve much. So I'm so grateful for him, though he's gone now, but I'm so grateful because of the positive impact that he had on my life and on my successes in business.
and today you're going around teaching women all over the world how to believe in their God given power, go out there, find their voice, and impact the world without being afraid, without being scared, to go out there and be fierce and conquer. I'm going to take this comment that I see here from our Mibra. She says, one of the best feelings is when you have people who believe in you. It's
Yes,
one of the things that keeps you pushing and encourages you. And so for you,
absolutely.
you had that support system. But there are a lot of people out here, maybe whose families don't even believe in them. I was talking to this lady someday, and she was telling me she's a hairdresser, and her husband doesn't even believe in what she does. Like, he would not even want to hear about anything that has to do with hairdressing. When he gets home and he finds her doing hair, he gets so upset and it becomes a problem. But she knows that when she does this, she feels good. She makes people look so beautiful and she doesn't struggle with it. And so she was talking to me. We had like a coaching session, and I was trying to bring her out of that limiting cage, because a lot of times people don't grow, they don't expand expand because they have those limiting beliefs, those roadblocks that have kept them in a cage, because this neighbor thought you were not good enough, because this person said you can't make it, because this person thought, oh, you come from a poor neighborhood, from a poor background. There's all those kinds of limiting beliefs. But if you let those things take over you, you would not make it, but you have to believe, like you said, your dad always reminded you that you can do everything that you set your mind to. And that was the strength that you had. And I want to say this to every woman watching, to every business person watching, even if you don't have a business yet, but it's something that you're thinking about doing, know that you can do it. If you set your mind to do it, if you have the right mindset, the right strategies, the right people around you, and the determination, because it will not be easy, you will definitely make it. So, Daphne, let me ask you, what are some of the challenges that you usually see a lot of business people coming to you with?
Yes, in Women Business Achievers, our organization, we come across a lot of women that have this big vision, or they
Yes.
have this big dream, but then you find that their challenge is access to funding. So we have been approaching different funders to say, hey, can you work with us to support women in business in our
Mhm.
community, so that we are able to, to help them by linking them with funders that
Yes.
can help them to go to another level in their businesses. And
Mhm.
the second thing that we find is that you find that because of high levels of unemployment in Africa, a lot of people go into business not necessarily because they want to, but simply because there is nothing else they
To
can
do.
do. So when somebody goes into business and not having the passion for it, they really don't look forward, to the next day, unlike those of us who have a passion for entrepreneurship.
Yes.
So that, that delays the growth, and that, doesn't help them to grow, because they do it out of necessity, not
Right.
out of passion.
Wow. This is powerful. This is powerful. I want to see you pump some hearts if you're getting something, if you're learning something today from Daphne, that's going to make you see your business in a different way. So, Daphne, we're not going to take much of your time because I know it's pretty late in South Africa. And then we had all these technical issues before we started. But what would you tell, if you had three things to say to a business person that's listening to you right now, who may be in a business that is not working okay, that's struggling, what would you tell them should be the three things that they need to work on in order to improve their business?
Yes, absolutely. There are certain things that you need to do in order to move from where you are to another level. And it's a whole lot, but I will just touch on this three. One, get a coach or a mentor,
Mhm.
because this is somebody who can see, far, and this is somebody who's been there, and they're able to give you guidance that you need. We don't know everything. I have coaches, and I have mentors, because I cannot see everything. And it's
Yes.
because of my coach that I was able to be on a platform where I met Gwen, you
Can
see.
you believe that? Oh my God,
Yes,
you see?
it's because of what my coach taught me, the things she taught me I must
Go
do.
out there and learn to leverage other people's platforms. Go out there and network. Go out there and connect. Go
Absolutely.
out there and connect. You're not going to be found in your closet. You need to go out there,
Yes,
let people know what you do, let people know what you can do, right?
yes,
So yeah,
yes. Yeah.
that
And
is
and when you're looking for, a way of getting a coach or a mentor, there will be a way. There will be a way. As long as you are determined to do it, there will be a way. Where there is a will, there is a way.
There is a
So,
way. Yes.
yes,
I love that. And Daphne, I love to connect with women who are like-minded. I am a
yes,
natural builder. I've been doing this for years and I'm not stopping anytime soon as long as I breathe and live. I
you're
know that I've
doing
been
well.
called. Thank you. I know that I've been called to serve and I will keep giving because this is what God asked me to do. And this is the only way that I feel fulfilled, okay? By blessing more people, by sharing my knowledge. Every time that I learn something new, I want to share. And that's the reason why you're also here because we met on a platform of entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, over 450,000 people, like with different kinds of platforms out here, women who are making millions of dollars a year in business. Why would you not want to connect with such people? Unless you want to remain broke. I don't like to be broke. And that's why I work extremely hard and I want to change everybody that comes around me's life. So everybody can be happy
Yes,
and live their dreams doing what they love to do. So remind us about your event
absolutely.
that's coming up and what people will get from that event and
Yes, and we have a training that I'm looking forward to
how they
that
can
training
register.
because it's for speakers and coaches. Anybody who wants to learn, how to communicate effectively. And we are doing this with voice coach Angela Durant. She's from the UK.
Wow.
I'm from South
Wow.
Africa, but we are doing this online. It's going to be every Monday at 12 noon from the 17th. And you can inbox me for the registration details. We have put down the price so that it's very affordable. And I mean, normally it's over $1,000, but we've put it much lower than that. And it's 6 weeks of intensive practicing and learning how to speak like a pro and how to speak with impact
Yes.
and how
And
to
confident.
communicate. Yes, how to communicate with your audience. And you will also learn how to prepare yourself for TEDx talk so that you know
Yes.
what to do and what not to do. You will learn about body language. You will learn about speaking, on a stage where there is a physical audience and speaking online where you only looking at the camera like we are
Yes.
doing tonight or this afternoon, and
Yes.
so many. So at the end of the 6 weeks, you will be a pro. I tell you,
Yes.
the people that have been attending our free webinars, I mean, they are already empowered. And those were just like, once in 2 weeks, webinar and for 90 minutes. I mean, they come out being so empowered and they've been saying thank you. So I want to
Oh,
see those of you with a voice. If you know you
yes.
have a voice and you know you want to have it packaged professionally, whether you are a coach, if you are a coach, you use your voice. So
Yes.
you need to come to the 6 weeks master class. It's gonna be,
Yes.
a packed program every
Power
Monday,
pack.
12 noon Eastern.
Yes. Yes. Power packed experience. This is it. We are changing the world. And like I
Yes.
said, and I've always been saying, we want to change millions of women's lives, millions of
Yes.
people. We want to make more millionaires. You can be a millionaire because your family is not millionaire doesn't mean you cannot be a millionaire. You could
No.
be if you work with the right people, if you have the right strategies, the right mindset. You need to
Yeah.
believe that you can do it, and so you can achieve it. So if you believe it, you can think it. If you can think it, you can do it. Okay. So there you go. Alrighty, so 17th is that day. I did put up Daphne's Facebook there. It's Daphne Marsh. You can send her an inbox, and tell her that you saw her on Spotlight with Gwendy, and that way she knows the connection, and she will be happy to help you. And so let me also take this opportunity to invite all of you. I'm doing a 5 days free masterclass. This is what our community understands more. More people know a masterclass. It's a
Yes.
challenge because you're going to have trainings, you're going to have homework for 5 days, and it's completely free. And I'm just going to add the link there. If you are a woman, and I'm sorry, guys, don't get upset because this is mostly for women, and there's going to be something that will come up for men, entrepreneurs. So if you are interested in joining the 5 days free that I am organizing, it starts on Tuesday next week at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which is roughly 7 or 8 p.m. Central African Time, South African Time too, as well. And
Yes.
Daphne will be part. She's going to give us
Yes.
one day where she will impact you guys. She will teach you guys a few things that can help you speak more comfortably and relay your message out better to your ideal clients and customers. So you don't want to miss that opportunity. So go to that link. It's a private Facebook group. You either ask to join or you receive an invite from me. But if not, then you cannot attend the event. Daphne, thank you so much for making the
Thank you
time.
so much.
Just came out of a training session and you still gave us your time. I'm so honored and grateful. Thank you.
I'm honored too. Thank you so much, Gwen. I look forward
Yes.
to working with you. Hey.
I'm excited. This is all about connection. This is all about networking.
Yes.
Ladies, let's hold hands together and change the world together, okay? Let's change our financial stories. You may have grown from a poor background. You're not meant to be poor. You can be rich. You can change your life by changing your mentality as well. You can be more confident, even if you've been abused, even if you've been mistreated, even if you've never had anything. You can change that story for yourself and for the next generation after you, okay? So don't limit yourself. Remember, Tuesday next week is the kickoff for Unleash Your Superpowers and Get That Business Ball Rolling. And Daphne is going to be joining us on Friday. So you want to save the date if you want to see beautiful Daphne. She has such a gorgeous smile and she's very
Thank you.
soft. Thank you so much, Daphne. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I know it's night over there in South Africa. You just maybe grab a shower, get some tea, and go to bed. And I'll see you. Of course, you and I will talk inbox. Definitely. We've got a plan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Daphne. God bless you. Take care. Enjoy your night and keep impacting and transforming lives.
Thank you. Keep
All
well.
right. Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye. All righty. Okay, there you go, guys. There you go. Daphne, I'm so overwhelmed. You guys can tell my heart is full of joy when I connect with like minded people, when I connect with people whose mission is to transform lives, to give purpose, to give value. I feel so empowered. You know why? Because I realize that I'm doing the things that I was called to do. So if you're out there and you're still sitting on the fence and you have not made that to go out there, come out of those limiting factors, those things, barriers that are holding you captive. I don't have money. I don't have a huge following. I don't have what it takes. I'm not pretty. I can't talk well. Listen, if you go to Gwendy Media page today, you will see a video that I posted of this guy who had a speech impairment problem, but he devised another way to tell his story by using puppets. And guess where he landed? On Steve Harvey's show. So, what I'm here to tell you today, you are your own limiting factor. The minute you make up your mind that this version of your life is over, that that past person that people knew about, that that person who was a failure, that that one who was a business, that the one that people laughed at all the time. Oh, which business are you doing today? Oh, where are you living today? Listen, these people knew the old you. You can determine the new you. Who do you want people to see you as? You've got power inside of you. You've got a voice. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Because the only person that can ever tell you that you cannot achieve every dream that you have is you. So you know what to do right now? Go out there, jump, take action, start working now, connect with people that you think can build you. Don't waste your time. Time is ticking. That is the only thing that you can never get back on earth. Like you can wake up in the morning and spend all your time watching videos here and there. If those videos are not impacting your life, changing your mentality, teaching you something that you can go out there and learn and change your situation, your financial story, then think again. If that's how you want your life to be, ask yourself that question. So let me tell you, Tuesday next week, it's a free masterclass. And these are things that I have paid money to learn. But because I have a community of people that I know need this kind of information, I decided to create a 5 days training. And we're going to have amazing speakers joining us who are professionals in their different domains, who have been impacting lives, who've been creating 6, 7-figure business owners, multi-million-dollar business owners. And so I put up the link there, Boss Farm Entrepreneurs. Send an invite to Boss Farm Entrepreneurs to be part of this 5 days challenge. We're going to do